Alright guys, welcome back. We have a fun project. As usual, we're doing laundry here, and the dryer's not working. From what I can tell, it sounds like the belt broke, so I'm going to show you how to take this thing apart. We're going to swap out the belt. I have a GE dryer. I don't know if they're the same for all of them, but I'm pretty sure it's a similar situation. For this one, it's just two screws right here, underneath here, that I'm going to take off to take the lid off. And then once we get that apart, we'll be able to, I think there's two bolts inside here. We'll check it out to take it apart. And this should lift right off. To wiggle it out. So it just pops off of here. Easier said than done. Side. There we go. Take that off. There's the belt. Busted right off. So I did look it up. It looks like Lowe's does carry this belt. I'm going to double check when I get there. But so the belt goes around the drum right here. You can see where the mark is. So now we have to take the front off. Looks like it's just two screws right here. So we'll see if we can pop those off. Alright. Let's get this door closed. It should just lift off. Looks like there's a little connector down here. It's gonna need to be unplugged. Let me get that done and I'll be right back with you guys. Alright guys, so right on the back of here, there's two wires. They're just little wire connectors, just slip them right off. They're little push-on ones. So you have to disconnect both of those from the back of here. Here's what the back looks like. I don't know if you can see it. But this is a good time to clean out your dryer vent, by the way. I'm sure I'm not the only one with this much crud in here. I mean, that's pretty gross. So, might as well do that while we're at it. I'll get in there and clean that out before we put it back in. So this is the drum right here. Once you just lift this up and pull it out, it's just riding on the... So that just sits on there, if you can see it. That just sits right in here. So when we're putting it back on, we'll have to put it in there. So I'm going to set this to the side. So that's it. So if you can see in here, this is the tensioner. You can hear that click. That's the button that actually shuts this off, because the problem was happening when I pushed the button up here. It would sound like it was coming on, but then it was automatically shut off, which it does because of a little pressure switch down there. And then I could also see the drum wasn't moving when I turned it on. So if the drum is moving, most likely that switch is bad, is what I've been told. And if it's not moving, it was the belt. So it looks like we have a belt issue. So the belt wraps around here, and then right here is where the belt connects to the motor. And then it just wraps around the drum. I'll show you when we put it in. But that's as easy as it was to get that out. So you saw how easy it was, just two screws and then two little screws on the back holding the front on, and then the front just rests on here. Just unplug these two wires. So let me grab the belt and we'll put this thing back together. Alright guys, so we got the belt around here. Just kind of have to fish it around here. Just get it on that slot right there where it goes on the belt. And then we're going to shim this back in here. I do have to spread this out a little bit to get this a little tricky to get it started. Make sure the belt gets through there. Doesn't get even cut. I don't want to break the belt before we can put it in. Now we have to fish this on here. just gonna fish this one here. Alright, now we just put the front on. Yeah, so if you just fish your hand right underneath here, you can lift this up a little bit. You can fish your hand right in there. They put a gasket in here. Oops. And this is just to keep the drum in here. I just want to make sure this goes back in here. It's like it just sits right in there. Back in. Of course, I didn't mention at the beginning, but make sure you unplug it from the wall. So this just sits down here, and then this goes in here. You just line this up. Like so. This one in first, so just this little screw. Alright, I hear it clicking. That's a good sign. So let's see what we got. Alright, so let's plug it in. Before I put the top on, we'll test it out. As you can see, the belt's back in here. It's nice and snug. Let's turn it on. It's good. Looks like we're back in business. Let's get this top on here. So this one, I don't know if you saw it in the beginning or not, it goes in like this and then it slides over. There you go, all done. So you want to make sure you level off your feet if you haven't done it before. There are feet underneath here that you can level off. Make sure it's nice and you don't want it rocking around at all from corner to corner. Alright, so to recap, it's all done now. It's working great. All we had to do was take these two screws off. Takes the front off. Two screws right here. Took the top off. You have to lift it up and slide it sideways. Now this is specific obviously to GE and maybe a couple other brands, but I talked to somebody else who theirs was not set up like this. So it's going to be a little different screw wise to take it apart. But once it's apart, you pull the drum out. You got to spread these sides out a little bit to get the drum out. Drum comes out, belt goes around the drum. Then you slide the drum back in, make sure it gets into the socket in the back where it rotates on assembly. And then once that's in, the hardest part is getting the belt back on. They only give you like literally that much space to get your hand in. So you have to reach in there blindly and put the belt on, but you got to get the tensioner. I don't know if I'll put the picture up on the screen. Tensioner's up against this sidewall over here. You got to bend it all the way down and then put the belt around it and then on the pulley. So it's kind of a pain in the butt. It did take me a little bit to get that on, but once it was on, I was able to get the front back on and then put it back together as you saw in the video. But it's all good. It's all working. It was a $5 belt. Lowe's actually carries them. A bunch of different models depending on what you got. So that's it. If you like this video, make sure you like it. Subscribe, hit the notification. Got a couple more videos coming still, so I'll see you in the next video. Take care.